if the future of education in Ghana depends boldly on how we reimagine it today. My guest is not just talking about change, she's actually building it. Today, join me as I host Deborah M, Zottor, a transformative leader in Ghana who is making changes across Africa. Miss Debbie.
Hello, Miss.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
And it's a privilege.
You're also looking good.
Thank you. It's a privilege to have you here today.
Yeah.
Today, my viewers are watching you.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to give us a brief introduction about yourself.
All right. My name is Deborah M Zottor from Tefle, Sugakofe in the Zottor region. I have a bachelor's degree in ICT education, and I recently graduated with an MPhil in curriculum and pedagogy studies. I also run a foundation called RIT Foundation Ghana. We are into skills training for young people, especially females. We also have some slots for the males. Apart from that, I love to sing, I love God, and I love to read. Yes, I also love research. So I think that's a bit about me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you need a researcher, she's here. She can do, is it qualitative or quantitative? Both. Hey, mixed method.
Yes.
Then she's a shako. Please contact her. Okay. That's nice. That's a good introduction. Okay. So you said that you love reading. What sparked that?
Well,
did you love reading from your childhood?
Yes. When I was young, I remember in primary school, my father, he is an education himself, retired. But those times, when he goes to the schools as a secretary supervisor at the time, he will bring me some of those government books. They have some books in the library. Like colored books with so many pictures.
Okay.
So I started reading from there. And then I remember in JHS, when I see you holding these big novels, I have to take it. Like, I must read it that night and finish up in the morning. Well, I won't say that currently I still read those big novels or hard copies. In fact, I've grown to the extent where I don't like hard copies anymore. I want the soft copies. And now my interest in reading is not for just entertainment. I love to read things that will enrich my brain or my mind and broaden my horizon. So I'll only read something that is really relevant to what I'm doing at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Why did you come to Winneba?
Okay. Yes. So I've lived in Zottor region, not all my life. I mean, my childhood. But what brought me to Winneba is school.
Okay.
Yes. In 2017, I came to University of Education Winneba to study ICT education. And I never went back home.
ICT. Hey.
I never went back home. Yes, I went home to visit on and off vacation. Sometimes just to, see my parents.
But why did you stay here? Like, why were you not going home?
Well, I was going home on vacation.
Okay.
I was going home. But then, after I completed, I did my national service here, same in the university.
Okay.
At Educational Foundation Department. And right after that, I got a job. And then I also started my master's. So there wasn't any space in between.
Okay.
The only times I got to visit home was when I missed them or when there was an occasion, especially with the foundation. Maybe we had a program or a project that we were working on. And I had to go home to sort things out. So.
Okay, so coming from Ewe home, were your parents strict? Because I know Ewe, they are strict and they love to read, they are brilliant. So, were your parents strict?
Well, I wouldn't use the word strict, but they were kind of disciplinarian. But not in the
and running strict.
But not in the negative sense, because they trained me in the way of God and made sure that I got to understand what is good and what is bad. Also with friendships, who to keep as a friend, who not to keep as a friend. Yeah, there were so many boundaries. At a point, it felt like, why are these people trying to restrict me so much? But later I got to understand that it was for my own good, and it really helped me, because maybe if I had been friends with the people in my neighborhood to that level, that closeness, I wouldn't have gotten to where I am today.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful to them, especially with instilling the fear of God in me.
Okay. Were they serving in the ministry?
They are not pastors, but
They are
my
more
dad,
than
my dad is an elder of the Church of Pentecost.
he's
My
more
mom-
than a pastor.
and my mom is a deaconess, so
Okay.
yeah, and they really love God. You see them every morning doing
You can even see it. You can even see it by
family
head.
devotions,
Eh.
You are talking about strictness. I remember my mom had to let me say punish me for not praying out loud enough for her to hear.
Hey!
It's really serious. Yeah, that was when I was a bit young, but
Okay.
now she knows that I know the Lord, and so.
Mm.
But still, she still asks, "Are you praying? Are you doing this?" And when she calls me, anytime she hears you are going to church,
Then
so
she's
now,
happy.
yes. So now she greets me, virtuous ladies,
Live for Christ. Oh, okay, then that's fine. You said you did ICT.
Yes.
But why did you switch?
Okay, so the story behind that is it's not that I planned to switch when I was still doing my undergraduate, but I think I wanted to do instructional design technology in the Educational Foundations department. But that year they couldn't run the course and curriculum
They've not started.
Oh, now they started. I think
Okay.
more than 3 years or so.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
But that year they couldn't run it, so and curriculum was already in place. And so I remember Professor Diamond at the time, who was my HOD and my immediate boss, suggested that this program is also very good, and also Dr. Joseph Papieni, who supervised me. Yeah, he said, "Why are you going to sit in the house for another 1 year? Why don't you just switch?
Apply.
Switch to. I already applied, so why don't you just switch to curriculum and then do it? It's also a very good program." So I took that advice. And then
so were they in the same department?
Yes, it's in the same department.
Oh, okay.
Now we have other programs, measurement and evaluation as well. So I think now there are 3 main MPhil programs in that department.
Okay. I learned it's difficult curriculum.
Oh, it is not difficult. When you come to level 100,
how was your curriculum back then?
When you come to level 100, you are not too familiar with these educational courses. You don't even know the value of them. In fact, people are not aware that there's a future of any of these educational programs because we see them as additional programs to our main study area. But for me, when I was in level 100, in fact, curriculum was the first course that I attended.
Okay. Ours was EduTech.
Oh, okay, yes. And I don't know why, but I took that course seriously with some of my friends. So we had a study group. We will read the book before we go to class.
Okay.
And then when we close, we will read the same thing again. So everything was fresh in our memories. And that made us to do well. Do you want me to mention my grade?
I know you got A.
Yes, I did.
Although I loved curriculum, but hey, the lecturer was strict. I won't mention his name, but people know he was so strict. And I loved it. Okay, though he was strict, he made it simple. So I loved curriculum. But the MPhil students are saying, hey, curriculum is difficult, is that. That's why.
Okay, for me, I will not say it is difficult. Then, okay, maybe because I was in the ICT department and I came to a reading area, it felt like it was easier for me because I would just read, understand, write in my own words. At the beginning, because I was switching from ICT to education, at a point I felt like, what am I doing here? Like, all this reading was getting boring, even though I love to read, but, with education. But as I started learning for real, I got to, fall more in love with the educational field or the educational sector. And then I immersed myself in all the things we were doing. And I saw that I could have some kind of strength over there.
Okay, so how was the graduation? You just graduated, right?
Yes,
how was it?
Yes, it was beautiful.
I can see all your pictures.
It was amazing. In fact, I really thank God, and I'm so excited. In fact, I'm so celebrating. If you
have some gifts for her, please bring it.
Let it flow.
Let it flow. I'll put a Momo number. Let it flow. Okay. So talking about some lecturers in your department, do you think that they played a role as mentors?
Yes. A lot. Not just the ones who taught me directly, even the ones who didn't teach me. And one thing that really helped me was that because I did my service in the same department, I already knew some of the lecturers.
Okay.
It was only the new ones that I didn't know beforehand. And they all knew me to be that lady who is passionate when she's doing something, who is ready to serve, who wants to learn something, who wants to offer a helping hand. So they know me in that light, but maybe not in the academic, except Professor Deborah M, who already taught me level 100.
Okay.
So I'll say that the lecturers played a very big role. There was one of the lecturers who, his style of teaching was more of questioning. So when he comes, he's not teaching, he's asking questions. So what is this? What is research methodology? What is
research
this? Yes. He's just asking questions. When we say sample, what is it? And then, yes, at a point, it will feel like this man is tormenting us. But it pushed us to read, because if you don't read before you come to class, you will not be able to contribute, and you must contribute in class. So I'll say that they helped. Another one was, I'm going to mention his name a lot.
Okay.
Professor Adamununku. In fact,
shout out to Professor Adamununku.
Yes. At that time, he was a doctor. Yeah, we were all calling him Dr. Ram, And his style of teaching is something that amazes all of us, He makes sure he comes to our level. If he has to show us some videos, he'll download some nice videos, even at the MPhil level, so you can imagine.
Then he was doing well.
Yeah, he really is a good teacher. Yes, and that also motivated us. Apart from him, Dr. Pinum as supervisor, also with the ICT. So he was teaching us more of the integrating IT into the educational, those kind of courses. And he also was that someone who took his time. So he wasn't teaching us even simple as creating a Google form.
Okay.
He won't teach us as you know, because you are a master's student.
You already
know this. Okay, when you go he take his time, even record the lesson and send it to us as a tutorial to watch again. So people like this, they all came together to to support me to get to where I am today.
Okay, so have you gotten some inspiration from their teaching that in the future you implement it in your class, or you already implementing?
I'm already implementing it. So one thing I found interesting is that anytime you ask an intriguing question in class, a question that will make your students think far, it helps you to calm them down. It's like you are trying to give them something that they have to think so much before they get the answers. That also works. So maybe it works for the introductory aspect of your teaching. So you come to class and you ask one difficult question. You see the whole class will become quiet. Yeah, that's at the JHS level, but at the primary level it won't work. And that's
when our ground.
Yeah, that's when they will rather be shouting, trying to
hey madam.
But maybe at the JHS level, maybe senior high school, it could work. And especially at the university, it could work very well, because I experienced that in my undergrad. Dr. Edu, I don't know whether you know him, but
I don't know.
He's one of those people who just make you think so much, and I really also liked him. Apart from that, they're integrating IT in whatever subject area you are teaching. It really, really works. So one thing I did, or I currently have been doing at Pentecost Preparatory School, where I volunteer and help over there, is that.
Oh, so you are volunteering there?
Yes, I'm working there. Yeah, I'm working there. Okay. Well, of course, it's a non-governmental organization, Pentecost Social Services, one of their branches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's more volunteering. Even though we are working, we are being paid, of course.
Hey.
If you volunteer,
By some they don't pay. By some you get other benefits.
Oh, but this one they pay us. Yes, they give us something.
So can you hear?
At least to motivate you. What I do is I make sure that
So do you work there as a teacher?
Yes, I teach there, and also I'm the administrator. Okay. I'm not the headmistress or anything. We have my headmaster is there. I give him all the respect. He's a very good man. Elder Ishmael Otavio. Yeah, my greetings to you. So I make sure that I share my knowledge with my colleagues. Yes, in fact, all of them there are graduates. Yes, even though it's a private school. Yeah. Most of them, because there's a standard.
They do their best.
Yes.
They have the best.
The standard is that you must at least have a diploma.
Sure. Then that is good.
Yes, we don't have senior high leavers in our school. So we have a PLC, professional learning community. So anytime we have a schedule. So anytime it's my turn to facilitate. I try to integrate some of these things in the delivery. Okay. So I see that as I did that, some of my colleagues started like the English teacher. You see the English teacher with the TV in the class showing them. Wow. Video. Yes.
TV.
Yeah.
And then
showing them a video of maybe something that he's trying to teach them. You see the science teacher integrating IT. So you see, there are so many good things that come. And all this I learned from, apart from, of course, my foundation at ICT department. Yeah. I saw my people using it. In ICT department, it's normal. Because you're always having presentations. If you have developed a software, of course, you have to present it. So it's normal. But sometimes in other subject areas, it might not even cross your mind as a teacher that, social studies, I can even show the children videos of all these negative effects of whatever. So and there's another one thing that I learned quite recently about using music in teaching. I also teach creative arts. Hey, apart from computing.
I didn't like creative arts.
Oh, okay. Maybe I remember during our time.
Front elevation. BDT. Yeah, that was BDT.
That one is BDT.
Hey! I didn't like it.
Oh, I loved it. I did pre-technical skills.
I didn't like it. If he asked me to draw front elevation, it'd be like a human being.
It was beautiful because I think at the beginning we found it difficult, especially the ladies. We found it difficult to use the mathematical and the what was it called, set square and these things. Yes. But later I learned it, and then it was nice to me. But maybe you didn't work out for it.
If I don't like, I don't like. No matter what you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Most people think that ICT is the male-dominated area. Yeah. So you being a lady there, how did it feel?
Well, I remember in my class, group 2, we're 6 girls out of 80. Yeah, I think. Out of 80. Yeah.
80 girls.
No, the class, a class of 80
then
in my group.
Okay.
6 girls. Yeah, I think so. And the total population for our batch was 360 something.
Okay.
The girls, we were not even up to 20.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're few. And so, let me tell you how it felt. So, when there is a group work, maybe a group of 10, you find one girl. And some of the groups will not get any girl.
Okay.
Yeah. And if it happens like that, if Deborah is in your group, you have to be excited. But the ones who will not participate will be happy that even if we decide not to do it, Deborah will do it because she wants the marks. So, but there were so many guys who were very serious. I will not say that the ladies were more serious than the guys. No, they were serious, especially when it comes to the coding aspect. Sometimes, maybe some of the ladies, not all the ladies were, we didn't like coding or something, but some of the guys were really committed. They were learning beyond the classroom.
Okay.
So when it has to do with practical, they helped us.
Okay.
Yeah, so they will do their work. Then we also add our aesthetics, the editing, the suggestions, and then we'll come and present it beautifully. If Deborah is in your group, you get good marks too. Yeah, there were some of the parts that it wasn't easy. I will not tell. ICT is not easy.
So will you encourage someone
to
come and
I will encourage. In fact, I have encouraged and I'm still doing it. Yes, even there was one lady, I don't want to mention her name, from my hometown who came to, we had an ICT lab. So this was before we transitioned to become an NGO. So it was a private owned by my dad at the time. That's why I volunteered and learned all these small IT skills after DHS and SHS. Yes. So this lady came to learn basic skills in Microsoft Office for 3 months. And then we encouraged her that when you came, you did well, and then later she went to do some internship and learned how to do graphic design a little bit. Okay. So I said, why don't you apply for ICT education at UW to help you? Today she's done, I think she's doing her service or she's almost done. I think she's your batch. Okay. She's almost done with her service and then she's done. Yeah, very soon. She will get a job. Or she can travel, any good thing can come her way because at least she has a certificate and she has the skills. Okay. So I wouldn't say that because I see it before. And now, God being so good, AI is here to stay. Yes. So if you leverage on it and you're able to learn all these prompts and all that, you'll be able to do well in the tech space. So I will not say that because it's difficult. No. In fact, in Pentecost Preparatory School, I always tell the girls that, we have this TV that we use for project. We have a projector, but we have a TV too. Okay. So mostly I call the boys to go and set it up, maybe if I'm moving to another class. And then I see that the girls, they don't want to, like they're afraid whether it will fall or it will spoil. And I said, no, you can also do it. Sure. So go and try, go and look at how they are doing it so that next time you also be able to do it. And then I tell them that, now the curriculum requires that as you are teaching a particular topic, you tell them the career path, the future. It's true. Yes. This has been one of the challenge because my sister just completed SHS and she was asking me whether in the university they do home economics. Because in one of their essays they asked them to tell their parents, influence their parents, let them further the program that they are doing in SHS. So that they'll do the same program. And she was trying to confirm for me. So this has been one of the challenges. Most people don't know the career path. Yes. And it's a burden because for me, for instance, I didn't know there was communication. I always tell people I meet that I didn't know there was communication at the university. I see. All I knew was my teacher said that he read political science in Legon. So that's what influenced you. And also, I was doing well in government. And in government, when you go to the university, it's not called government, it's called political science. And that one came into my mind. No one advised me that you could do journalism. You could have done those things if you knew. If I knew, I always tell my parents, if I knew, I would have done communication as my first degree. It's something that you really love. Like, it's something I love. Yeah, but since I was doing well in political science, that's how I stayed there. So that is it. So it's good that they educates people about the career path because some people will be doing so many courses, they don't know what they are going to do. Yes. Yeah. And that's a very big challenge. Because I see that there are so many young people who are just living by the day. So I'm in JHS, maybe I'm very good in mathematics. And then they'll say, okay, because you're good in maths, go and do general science. You do well in the elective maths. But maybe that person, with that sub-brain, the person can do engineering. Yes. But nobody, and then they say, okay, when you do general science, then the university, you go and do medicine and become a medical doctor. It's like one-sided career path. Yes. And one thing I always say is that not to downgrade the medical field, or how is it called? The medical field is that everyone can do medicine. Everyone can do medicine. Okay. Apart from that passion for it, you need to have some kind of care because you're dealing with human beings. Everyone can, because why? You have to read, understand, and then implement the knowledge. The knowledge, yes, it evolves, but doesn't change so much. But with the creative skill, with engineering, you need to think a lot. You need to think. I'm not saying that the science field, they don't think. No, that's not what I'm saying. They think a lot. But anytime we see a child who is so good, like Yes, they are
Go
good
and
at
do science.
no.
And be a medical doctor.
And then I remember one of my colleagues who did maths. Yeah, so I think in the senior high school he did general science, so he did maths. And then he said his teacher told him that, oh, you can go and do mathematics at the university because you are very good in maths. But maybe he could have done something beyond mathematics because his mathematical background would have helped him to do better in another field. But he didn't get that. So I think that this is a very critical gap.
Yeah, that people should look at it. Yes. Yeah, they should really look at it.
And our teachers are the best people to support this, apart from NGOs trying to take it up upon themselves. Yes, it's in the now,
and the teachers have direct relation with the children,
exactly.
So they are in the best position because even we as children, we spend most of our time in school than at home.
Exactly.
Because the moment you get home, you do your homework, you are tired, you sleep. But when you come to school, you have direct relationship. So I think teachers should take it up upon themselves, as you said, it's in the curriculum.
Yes.
To educate children about the career part of the subject that they are reading.
Yes. So maybe if that particular topic you are teaching is not directly written in the curriculum that talk about the career path, or most of the time they want them to mention the exact position or portfolio the person can become. Maybe when you learn computer networking, you can become a networking architect. The curriculum requires that you say the exact. But maybe if that particular topic, there's nothing there, stated verbatim in the curriculum, you can take it upon yourself that, okay, we are learning maybe thinking and exploring in creative arts. Okay. So if I am thinking and exploring to get ideas to create an artwork, what can I become? Or what can a child become in the future when he or she is able to think critically and create a perfect piece? What can it be a career for you? Can it take you to places? All these things are things that we need to see as teachers and then try to incorporate them. Yes, it's not easy. I will not say it's not easy, but I think the consciousness of it.
There was one kid in my community back in the village. When we asked him what he wants to do in the future, he said that he wants to be an arrow.
How?
Because he has been watching movies and he has been seeing people using gun.
Oh, okay.
So he has interest in that. Okay.
In the gun, but he didn't know that a bad thing.
He didn't know. He said, I want to be an army. Then we told him that, he can be in the army and other stuff. It's not necessary to be an army.
But you use the gun.
So it's very important. We have a foundation. What's the name again?
The name is RIT Foundation Ghana.
Okay, what is it about?
Okay, so when we say RIT Foundation, before I get to what it's about, when we say RIT Foundation Ghana, you say Ate Diviti Sit.
Hey.
That means skill is wealth.
Okay.
Yes. So I think you get a picture.
Yeah.
Yes. So when you say skill is wealth, it means that when you have a skill, any kind of skill, no one can take it away from you.
Okay.
You can become a wealthy person. Wealthy beyond the word rich. Means you can do something for yourself, you can fend for yourself, you can help your people around you. In fact, you become a useful person. So let me get back to the question you asked me.
Okay.
RIT Foundation Ghana. So we are a non-profit organization, or you can say non-governmental organization that is into giving out skills or providing skills acquisition to young people, especially females. Yes, so yes, we have the interest into males. Now I'm getting to understand that we are leaving the boys behind.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a major issue.
Yes, that's a case for another discussion one day. We are leaving the boys behind. But let me get back to what I was saying. So RIT Foundation Ghana is into skills training, both vocational and technical skills. We are also into IT training. We are also into entrepreneurship seminars, conferences for artisans or women. Not just the youth, but the elderly ones who are running their own businesses. We give them this entrepreneurship training for them to be able to manage their businesses, how to acquire clients, how to keep your clients working with you and all that. Apart from that, we have some major programs that we do almost every year. we are hoping to add more, but we have one called the Tech Skills Challenge.
Okay.
So this tech here, it actually means technical. But you know, when you hear tech, it goes to IT.
Yes.
But this time we are integrating tech into technical.
Tech into tech.
Exactly. So what we do is that beneficiaries are not our direct beneficiaries that we train them, but they are learning a trade somewhere, specifically in fashion design. So some of them have recently just graduated. The apprentices. They have recently just graduated. Some of them too are still apprentices, maybe in their final year, third year, almost about to complete. Now, the vision for this particular tech skills challenge is that most of these young people in our rural communities, when they complete their skills training, they do not have the facilities or the amenities to start their own business.
Yeah.
So we organize this. We just started this particular one last year. So we did the season 1 and this year we've done season 2. So it's more of a competition. So we do the how is it called? Like we recruit them.
We give them training.
Yes. We recruit them. They are already trained, but we give them additional training. And then they write exams. And the exams are not handwritten. It's practical based. So you are given a particular style to sew on the spot.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a whole place set up. And then everybody's sewing there. And you use your measurement, your own measurement. So after you wear it and come a model for the judges to, talk about it.
To be like fashion show, like something show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
show.
Maybe a mini show, a mini fashion show, but not on a grand stage at that level. So through that, we'll screen them and then we'll select some few.
Okay.
And so it was going down. So that was, they will do the first one, then they will do another one in the middle of the competition. And then we'll still select some people from it. So at the end of it, so this particular year's we had 10 people who qualified to the grand finale.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we hosted them for a week. At one hotel in Adidome.
Hey.
Yes. It was a beautiful one. And so the first 3 winners got this industrial machine that swivel chair and some small things in addition.
As startups.
Yes, as startups. So the moment they are done, they can start their own business. At least.
So do you have age group that you are targeting?
Yes. So for this particular one, it's from at least 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 and above. Maybe the cutoff point would be like 30.
Okay.
Yes. But most of them, they are already...
Maybe someone might be 18, below 20, but they have the skills.
Yeah, so we have another package for the teens.
Okay.
That one is called Teens in Tech. Teens in Tech 2. So Teens in Technical Skills and Technology. So this one is for students. So these are not dropouts or anything. They are in school, in upper primary, maybe JHS. And they are willing to learn fashion design. It's not only fashion design that we do, but I think that's one of the biggest ones so far because we have the facility for that. We are hoping that when we get other machines for the other skill is in tech projects. So this one is a project because more of a longer period than the other one. Okay. So we train them as they are schooling. So if you are maybe primary 4 or primary 6 or GHS and you want to learn how to sew, we have weekend classes for them.
Is it free?
Yes, basically it's free because they don't really pay anything. Sometimes we even have to buy them food and all. Some of them.
How did this foundation start?
Okay, so
and is it self-sponsored or government is?
No, there's no government right now, but maybe in the future we'll get some collaborations. So in 2020, that when we went for the COVID break, well, there was no lockdown in Zottor region. In fact, where I was, yes, we were supposed to take care of ourselves and all that, not to sell myself out. But within that period, we realized that there were so many youth who were at home. Yes, some of them were schooling and they had to come home. But there was most of them who were dropouts. Either they had they were teenage mothers or not too teenage, but maybe young mothers, 20 years, 21. who were at home, they didn't have any skill. And how are they supposed to fend for themselves? So we did a community sensitization from village to village to village. It wasn't easy.
Hey.
Yes. And then we had a day where they had to
So
come
do you have
in.
a team?
Yes, I have a team. Some of them are on and off, but I have some that are fully committed that help me. Majorly, my brother, he is stationed there, so he helps to run the organization whilst I do the administrative aspects here. And then when they need me, I go. And then we also have one volunteer. I want to mention her name, Melody. Like, this lady has been good. Yes. Anytime I talk about her, I think I want to tear up. But today I'm not going to tear up. So since she joined us, so when we started, there were other artisans in the community who decided to, support us with their skill. But because of their business, when they come one, two, and then they just stop. But this lady, she moved from one of the districts up there, Zottor North or so. Okay. And then we actually employed her at the beginning, but later she just became part of the team. Yes, so she decided to stay with us, and she's still with us up to now. She's still with us. Wow. Yes, while I was trying to do her own business alongside and supporting the foundation. So when you get people like that, treat them well, because they are the ones who push. Myself, I can't sew. So how am I teaching people how to sew?
Okay, then that's fine. So how do you fund yourself?
So currently we are still looking for support. We are still looking for official donors, grants. Yeah, we are writing. Okay. But we haven't gotten any positive response yet. But we mostly we fund from our own pockets. Our personal income. Myself, sometimes my dad supports us. My brother.
You are doing well.
Yes.
So I'll put her number out. If anyone wants to sponsor her foundation, please do and sponsor her. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mercy.
I went for an exchange program, right?
Yes.
How was it? And can you tell us the difference between our educational system and the educational system?
Okay, so in 2024, for the first time in my life, I got a call that I'll use my passport, because I've been looking at it and wondering, when will I use this passport? But God being so good, the opportunity happened to me. And I heard I'll be going to Finland.
Finland. Okay.
In fact, I've never heard of that country, and so I saw the call for applications. So I said, oh, okay, there's a country like this, and I went to read about them. Now, going back to your question, our education system in Ghana here is good. I won't say it's bad. Okay. Because it prepares you for very difficult things, very difficult situations. Okay. Because if the lecturer stresses you, if your teacher stresses you with so many assignments that you or even assignments that are you don't know what they're expecting, but when you do it, they tell you you've not done it well and you have to go and do it again. It prepares you for a place where maybe, I'm not saying our people are not good, no. Place where everything is spelled out clearly and you just have to follow it. Prepares you. I always say that a Ghanaian student who is very good here can survive in any educational area in any part of the world. You survive there. So I'll say that when I got to Finland, yeah, the place was cold. Yes, the place was cold, but the experience was great. And even now, I call Finland my fatherland. People wonder whether my father is a Finnish man. I don't know, because Ghana is my motherland. There's no way I can replace that with another country. So anytime I post a picture of me in Finland or anything related to that, I just say my fatherland.
Okay. And what's one thing that Ghana should emulate from Finland?
Well,
in our educational system.
Okay, well, I'll say that with Finland, they, especially with the master's programs or the rest, let me use research so that it will be a little clearer. The research aspects, I'll say that they don't make the students feel that research is difficult. Okay. That it's as if it's a war zone. It's a do or die affair. No, they encourage you. Oh, this is just a master's program. You are just trying to show that you understand what you have been taught. But it doesn't mean you will not do it well. Try and do it. if you need support, see that the lecturers, they are available. They want to support you. One thing that shocked me was that we were given a term paper, a practical. It was on quantitative research. So we did all the practicals in class though every week, and then at the end of the semester we were given a term paper. But it was a practical, so we were given a data set. Then you use the SPSS to run them and then write the report and put them together. Now, the one thing that shocked me was exams. So, exams. The lecturer, there were specific days that the lecturer will be available in the lab. So you are coming to use the school computer to do your work. He's sitting there. If you have a challenge, maybe you don't understand something in the exams. So, he's willing to come and explain to you again, but he will not teach you that do it like this, do it like this. And maybe you didn't understand.
Did sit in exams?
Not for this course. This one was a take home, but there was a period for you to complete and submit. So within that period, maybe if it's 5 days, maybe there's one day that the lecturer says I'll be available at the lab or at this place. So as you are doing it on the computer, he's around. He's not teaching you how to do it. But if you encounter a challenge, maybe you've forgotten how to, maybe where you have to find this, you go and click. He's available to direct you. Not the one taking care of the lab, the lecturer who taught you that same course. We don't have that here in Ghana. When you are given a term paper, it's between you and your God. This is whether I understand the question or not, you go and do it. So I won't say that Ghana is doing badly, not at all. Our lecturers are very good. In fact, I've seen that especially when you are doing MPhil in UEW, University of Education, Winnipeg. Yeah, my alma mater. One of our apostles will say it's not alma mater, it's alma mater. Yes, I've seen that some of the lecturers, especially those of them who got the chance to experience education in other continents, when they come back, you see that their way of teaching changes. Now their instructions are a bit more clearer. They make sure they give you all the requirements they are expecting. Those are some of the things that we need to emulate in our educational system. So I think that's for the university, but I also saw that the basic level, they always have to do this kind of play learning, and it's one thing that I think really works, and it's not only for
it's not for preschool, because ours was for undergrad, right?
Yes.
And basically, we did one.
They're saying you.
We did one called, and there was this project.
Portfolio. Okay.
And Denmark portfolio wasn't like ours. So when they say portfolio, when I went to them, I did English. So portfolio was like research work itself. Me that haven't done one before, the teacher made it so simple. She was the one providing the materials to us, the articles that you use in your work. She was the one. And we have like UW had V class, we had e-learning system.
They all have those.
Plan the week, so every day your learning materials are there. You just have to read and come to class. So that one made learning simple. So I think that our lecturers should make though they are doing well, they should make learning simple.
Make it fun.
And it shouldn't be scary. Even in class, we were doing group discussion, 2 pair. When the teacher realized that you are tired, they'll give you some breaks. 15-minute breaks, 10-minute break, depending on the story building that you are. Go and walk around, and we do, a whole lot of work, like play.
But learning. You see, there's one thing that makes it quite difficult here in Ghana. It's our numbers.
Population.
Yes, our numbers. So you realize that when you went to Denmark. When you went to Denmark, you see that the class sizes were a bit small. I don't know. Was it the same?
So the class size shouldn't exceed 25.
And then their lecture halls were a little large with space for all these activities. But when you come to especially the undergraduate courses, you have a huge number. Even there's no space.
Like political science.
Just where the lecturer is standing and a little space in front. So it makes it difficult to coordinate some of these new. It doesn't mean that our lecturers don't know. They know this thing, but sometimes the logistics makes it. But at least I think that there are so many ways of luckily we have projectors, so we can use the phone ones, we have some of this Moodle. Apart from Moodle, there are some softwares or websites where students can send their responses to some questions, and then then you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Kahoot and
we used
Kahoot
one,
and some other
and
ones.
it will be projected on the.
So those things make learning fun. So and I read one thing somewhere. It says that students, I'm sure it was during my MPhil, we were doing some assignment. Always students expect that learning will be digital. No, anything they are about to learn, I don't know, maybe because of the environment, they use iPhones, they use tablets at home, or when they were young, they were playing games. Students at all levels expect learning to be digital. So anytime, even masters, anytime you hear that we are going to watch a video, you are excited. Even you that you are 35, or you are 40 and you are married and have children, you are excited.
Yes.
So it means that when these things come in, anytime the graphics, for me, if the graphics is not good in a video, I'm not going to watch. If the graphics are nice and the sound is good, you can even the English is legible, like you can understand. It's not one thing too that we need to check as teachers. At the university level maybe it works, but at the basic school you need to get videos that the English is a little closer to our Ghanaian English. Sometimes not all the students understand all this whatever, not that one. They don't get it, and they will just be looking at your face. Mother, please, what is she saying?
Okay, so before you go, we are in the 21st century, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So, what skill do you think that they need? What are the skills that they need to sustain in this digital world?
Okay. Before I come to the digital, there's one thing or one set of skills that every person, whether you are youth, a young baby, and adults, you need to have is soft skills. What is soft skills? Please, I'm sorry, thank you, being nice to people without knowing their
Being
position.
grateful.
Yes, without knowing who they are, where they are coming from, what they do. Just be nice. And it really helps you. It sends you to places. Anytime we talk about humility, you think that is something of the past. No. That humility is what will take you to where you want to go to. You meet someone just by saying, "Oh, hello, can I help you? Are you looking for something?" Maybe the person is stranded. Just in your university, you met the person is just there working, you don't know. You ask, and you direct the person. Or somebody asks you for a direction, and then even if you don't know, you direct them to another person who can. Just the way you talk can take you to places. And then your face, you should be smiling. Yes, that's why I smile a lot. I'm not saying I don't have problems, but you should be smiling. When you smile, when you smile, it means that you are ready to become friends with the person, or you are open for discussions.
Yes.
It's welcoming. It's just a representation of hugging, or it's like a representation of having an embrace.
Okay.
Emotionally, you are not hugging the person physically, but the person feels at home.
The person feels welcome.
Exactly. So let's go to the digital skills. The most basic digital skill that every youth should have, you should know how to use a phone. It's not just to make calls or WhatsApp. You should know how to use some of these common apps that you can use.
Some people can't send email.
Say again.
Students can't even create an email. They can't send messages through email.
Yeah, it's really bad. But I don't blame some of them. We assume that because you completed the university, of course you passed through the university, you learned some of this. No, you did not learn some of these things. Yes, you do an introduction to ICT. Everybody does introduction to ICT. And I see the way they struggle in the practical exams. Excel, Word. Even they don't really do PowerPoint, but Excel and Word, it's very difficult for them.
Yeah.
And these things are, when I went to Finland, I realized that these things are the most basic thing. Everybody knows how to do it. And mostly they use the online one, the Google Docs, Google Sheets, Canva. So when there's a presentation, fast, 5 minutes. Everybody's done. They've shared share the file with everybody's email, so you can easily access. You are doing your part, this one is doing it all on their laptops, and then we are done. No long meetings. But it's not. I'll not blame ourselves so much. But one thing is that if the system does not give you the training, you should give yourself the training. So if maybe your senior high school, you didn't have a computer lab, or you were not going, during my time, some people can decide not to go to the lab because they didn't really see the relevance of the ICT. That's what my thesis was about. My MPhil thesis, the relevance of the subject. So because they were not writing it in the WASI and all that. So maybe you passed through the system, you did your general science, general arts, and you came out without learning ICT skill. And then when you go to the university, you managed to pass the introduction to ICT, but you still didn't learn the skill. And now you're in level 300 or 400, where you have to send your your project work to your supervisor through the email. So what do you do if you don't know? Just learn it. So anytime you encounter one challenge, I realized about our youth is that when they encounter a challenge of doing something, especially with the digital world, instead of them to learn it and do it, or ask the person to teach you, they ask the person to do it for. And they will pay. To do it for the person, to do it for them. And then you don't learn. The next time you go and call the person again. Why don't you ask the person to teach you? Or even just go online. On YouTube, there are so many videos. Yes, there are some things that will be difficult to learn just by yourself. But the little ones, Microsoft Word, how to type a letter, application letter. You can't write an application, young person.
Even now, AI can assist you.
Yes. It's just the formatting. So you know how to hold the mouse, you know how to use the mouse pad. At least you know how to use it to watch a movie. So you learn how to use it to edit your work.
Yeah.
So these basic things, I think that youth need to learn how to use an Excel sheet, how to create a PowerPoint presentation. Now there are so many AIs that you can even use to create a presentation without struggle.
Yeah.
But at least you should know how to. One thing I always say is that if you want to use AI, you should know how to do the manual one first. Because in a situation where one maybe lack of internet access,
you're not able AI can break down.
It's not working at that moment. What do? You become stranded. So if you know how to do the manual one, you know how to use Microsoft PowerPoint offline or even Google Slides. You know how to insert the pictures, how to arrange them nicely. Even some people don't know how to download pictures from the internet. It's really it's really something. But anyway, everybody in the kind of environment they grew in, what they got exposed to when they were young and all that, and all those things, they shape the way you understand or the way you value certain forms of skills. Some people grew up in a home where everybody was singing, so they learned how to play musical instruments
at a young age.
And some people grew up in a home where their fathers were teachers or education, like myself. So you value education. You know that if I want to become somebody, I should go to school. I should encourage others to go to school. Even if you have a business, I always ask myself, why is that all my business ideas are education based? Why can't I think of something else?
Okay, so maybe your final words.
I'll say that Mercy, I'm grateful for this opportunity to talk. Yeah, I love to talk, especially when I'm happy. And then I'm grateful for the exposure. One thing I want to tell the youth and our young people who are coming up is that whatever you put or you set your mind out that you're going to do, you can do it. You have it in you to do it. But all you have to do is to take that first step. That first step. Maybe you want to go to the university, you are thinking about the cost, you don't know where help is going to come from. The first thing you need to do is find out that small money that you use to buy the forms. And when you get the admission, God will make a way. Yes, God will. Another one is if it's a business you want to start, get the ideas together, put the proposal somewhere, organize it together, learn the skill of telling people. One thing I remember, small talk is one thing that will take you to places. So you are standing at a bus stop waiting for a car, and there's a man or a lady standing by you. Try to engage the person in the next 2 minutes. Tell the person, hi, how are you?
oh, my name is so and so. Can I be your friend? This is what I do. This is what I'm planning to do. What about you? And then you start a conversation. That's one skill that our people, in our communities, we grew up being shy, always quiet. You, as a child, you don't have to interject in elderly people's conversation. But small talk will get you that contract you are looking for. Small talk will get you that appointment you want to get that you are not getting. So please, let's do our best and also pray. Commit all your plans into the hands of God. Because it's only Him that can go before you to where you are about to go and set things straight for you for your good.
All right. Thank you so much for
You're
coming.
welcome.
We appreciate.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye. Debbie.